Okay, you guys, I am so excited that you are watching this video right now because whether it was myself or somebody on our team, we know that there is something incredibly special about you. There's something that we know that you would be an incredible coach, whether you are absolutely crushing your health and fitness journey right now or dang, we just want to be best friends with you. So, I'm going to be going through this call, sharing what coaching is, the common questions about coaching, how I started coaching, and kind of my journey of how Girly Gains Nation began. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is grab a pen and a piece of paper because I don't know about you, but I love to jot things down. I love to take notes. And this is something that you can reflect on at the end of the call. This is something that you can sit back and look. And if you have any questions, write them down and then send them to myself or whoever sent you this call. Because, like I said, sometimes I forget the questions that I have. So I just love having a pen and paper, jotting things down that excite me, that resonate with me, and the questions that I want to be asking. So, first and foremost, let's just figure out what the heck is coaching? What is coaching? Honestly, simply put, it's supporting other women lead their healthy lifestyles as we share our own journeys and commit to these incredible programs. A lot of us aren't experts, and unless you're someone like me who actually does have a kinesiology degree or personal training, or you do have your nutrition, dude, you're 10 steps above somebody else. But guess what? You don't need to be an expert in health and fitness and personal development. You can be a beginner as well. We honestly just go all in with our journeys. We go all in with our transformations and these incredible programs and genuinely share how much we love them. We're not salespeople. I think of people who have to sell photocopiers, right? And they have to call people to purchase a photocopier. And I get to do workout programs every single day. I get to drink incredible superfoods that help me and nutrition programs that help my health and the longevity of my life to allow me to have and create a fulfilling, incredible life. And I get to share that with people every single day. That's literally my job. So I think that's the most beautiful part. And the number one priority when you are a coach is you. Your priority is for you to lead yourself. It's for you to link arms with our incredible community. It's up to you to show up and go all in with a program, get incredible results, and share that with others. I like to think of it as filling your own cup first before you go and help somebody else. And that's really what my morning routine's about. And once again, how cool is that? That's part of my job each and every day. Start my day, fill up my own cup, and then go and help others so that they can start living a healthy lifestyle and really find joy and beauty in this life. So I'm going to take you back to when I was kind of creeping on my coach. So I was a kinesiology student at the University of Regina. I was a softball player, and I was just finishing up my degree. And that's when coaching had just really came to Canada. And I was getting DMs left, right, and center. And you've probably got them too. The classic, hey, girl, I think you'd be amazing at this. And I was like, please leave me alone. I told these girls exactly where to go and how to get there really quickly. I was the person that most people are afraid of in their DMs. I was the hashtag self-proclaimed Beachbody hater. But here's the thing. I had done Beachbody programs when I was 13. The incredible program Turbo Jam by one of my mentors, Shalene Johnson. I did that as one of my off ice trainings. Turbo Jam was something that allowed me to feel confident, allowed me to feel powerful, and really showed me that exercise was kind of a mood regulator. I knew if I got a workout in, I'd probably be in a good mood all day. And I really enjoyed the programs that they had, but I was surrounded by people who were also, hence, Beachbody haters. And we would sit in our kin lounge and then talk about people being like, oh, I can't believe she's a coach now. I can't believe she's a coach. Like it was just negative Nancy's everywhere. I don't know if you can relate to that, but everybody was just honestly just talking shit about coaches. And I was like, yeah, you're right. This is something bad. This is something I don't want to be a part of. And then there was one girl that was in our university class, and she was a few years younger than me, and she had started coaching. And I saw her get recognition for achieving new goals, and she was achieving these things really, really quickly. And I thought, dang, if she could be successful in this business, if that girl could be successful in this business, I know I 100% could be successful in this business. But what people didn't know is, even though I had blocked every coach on the planet on Facebook, I was really struggling with my own mental health. I was struggling with anxiety, depression, emotional eating. I was gaining weight. I couldn't fit into any of my clothes. I would put on an outfit and my friends would invite me to go out, but I was having a war with myself in the mirror. And I remember one day I was getting ready to go out with friends and I canceled with them last minute. And it was because I didn't like the way I looked in the mirror. Had zero confidence. And I just remember falling to the floor and just crying. I was 23 years old, 24 years old, and I was somebody who couldn't go out with their friends because I wasn't happy with who I was. And I kept seeing this one girl on my social media. I unfriended her, of course, but she was the number one search in my Facebook. And I just kept seeing her showing up. She was a university student. She was an athlete just like myself. And I kept seeing her show up each and every day. And month after month after month after month, she was getting incredible results. She was happy. She was healthy. She was earning these incredible trips and she was paying off her credit card. And I just thought, dang, that girl's got it figured out. And everything that she has, I'm craving. I'm craving that community. I'm craving that freedom. I'm craving being able to be a part of something and honestly just love my freaking self again. I want to be confident. I want to feel empowered. I want to be in the best shape of my life. And it looks like I can do it through this. So she was the girl that I decided to message. I sent her a message and I said, hey, I want to know everything that there is to know about coaching. I want to know what this is all about. I want you to tell me everything. Is this a pyramid scheme? Give me all the details. I don't want no fluff. I want you to give me the nitty gritty, exactly what coaching is. And she sent me to a video very similar like this. And that's where I learned if this was a pyramid scheme. I learned how to earn income. And I'm going to get into all that stuff a little bit later as well. But I just told her, I was like, I'm going to be here and I'm going to go all in. And that's when I decided to sign up as a coach. I was ready to stop being sick and tired all of the time. I was ready to finally take control of my life. And the crazy part is when I said yes, like looking back now, when I said yes to this coaching opportunity, it was the most inconvenient time ever. I was a university student who was finishing up her university degree. I was a kinesiology major doing a full-time unpaid internship. So I was working full-time. I had projects that I had to finish because of that internship to finish my degree. I was finishing my psychology minor as well while all of that was happening. And I was traveling so much. As a personal trainer, I was traveling with to different small towns to help train clients and shadow my teachers. And I was doing a long distance relationship. Like I had no time, no money, and I had zero time to be adding something else into my life. But I just knew deep down I needed to make the sacrifices then to start living the life that I wanted to in 5 to 10 years from then. And that's when I fell in love with coaching. I started diving into personal development. And I don't know about you, but I remember like I was a competitive figure skater and a competitive softball player, and I would just pump motivational speeches. I just loved hearing that. I just loved hearing personal development. And I remember in grade 6, I said, I want to speak on stages. I want to motivate people. I want to speak in front of people and share them my story. At that time, I thought it was about the Olympics, but fast forward a few more years, I get to speak on stages now sharing my story about coaching. I get to speak on stages and help other people find that fire within them and really live a passionate life. So I found personal development and I was like, wait, we can just do personal development just because we get to listen to Tony Robbins every morning and Mel Robbins. We get to listen to Brennan Burchard and Les Brown. We get to like that. This is part of my job now. Like amazing. I was all in and I started getting incredible results and I was feeling really good. But what a lot of people didn't know is behind the scenes, I was struggling a lot more. I was in an incredibly toxic relationship. Somebody who would build me up. And then as soon as I started feeling confident and great about myself, they'd tear me right down. And it was a few months into coaching, and we had practiced creating these vision boards. We had practiced writing down where we want to see ourselves and who we want to be 4 or 5 years from now, what we want our life to look like. And once again, I don't know about you, but I love dreaming. I love setting out these big, incredible goals for my life because I'm like, why not? We got one life. Why would we not go all in with this stuff? So I decided to, I created this vision board. I was super excited, but once again, I was getting torn down each and every step of the way behind the scenes. And it was one day in August when I was in this small town of like less than 100 people, and there was a party that night. And everybody was invited to the party except for me. All of my friends, my boyfriend at the time, he was invited and I wasn't. And then later I found out that this party was a get Brittany out of town party. This party was, we don't like Brittany, she needs to leave. And with somebody who was already struggling with anxiety and depression and not feeling worthy of this life, that was the night that I decided that I was going to take my own life. I wrote 4 letters, one to the guy who was hosting the party, the guy that I was dating at the time, my parents and my friends. And I drove out, we lived on the edge of the valley, and I drove out to that valley and I parked my Jeep at the top of that valley, because I knew if I drove fast enough and hit that turn, I'd be able to roll my vehicle and that would probably do the trick. And as I was sitting there, I just all of a sudden got these whispers and all of a sudden these like flashes of my vision board started going through. And I was like, and I just heard a voice that says, I'm not done with you yet. Trust me. Let me use you. Trust me. This is not where your story ends. And I just remember absolutely like overcoming emotion and like tears just streaming down my eyes. And I looked beside me where those letters were sitting, and there was a lighter on top of them. And I don't smoke. Didn't even have a lighter in my vehicle at that time. Like all of a sudden this lighter appeared and I was like, okay, here we go. And I burnt those letters and I made a promise to myself that from that day forward, I would use everything in my power to help somebody else, somebody who was like me, somebody who was like 2016 Brittany, who was struggling with anxiety, with depression, in a toxic relationship. Show her that no matter whatever troubles and struggles your life is in, that you can come out the other side, that there is a new story for you, a new chapter, that show up for her to create the life that she's always wanted to live. And that's when a new program was coming out called 80-Day Obsession. And I was seeing incredible results from people. I was seeing amazing transformations, not only physically and mentally and emotionally, but I was seeing girls incredibly transform their businesses. And that was exactly what I needed in that moment in time. And I always say there's 2 dates when you become a coach. Number 1 is the day that you sign up. And number 2 is the day that you decide to draw your line in the sand and show up. And it was my first sign up date was March 16th, 2016. And then my day that I drew my line in the sand was January 16, 2018, almost 2 years later. And that's when I decided to go all in with my journey, all in with my nutrition, all in with my workouts, all in with Shakeology and the supplements, Energize and the community, all in with my personal development, and all in with the coaching activities that would move my business forward. Within those 3 months, I had already kicked that boyfriend goodbye. I had lost over 30 pounds. I felt incredible. I had moved in with my parents and getting ready to move away again and start a brand new chapter in my life. And that was the year that our team achieved incredible, massive goals in this business. And one thing that I've learned is if you set your mind to something in this business, you can make it happen. If you have a goal or a vision, if you have that hunger, that fire within your belly of whether it is a weight loss goal, a weight gain goal, something in your health and fitness that you want to achieve, if you have that freedom goal of getting rid of that like soul sucking job that I was in. I was a personal trainer who honestly, I just didn't have a schedule. I was surrounding myself with other people's schedules, and I would have clients text me at the last minute to switch their appointments. And I would just bow down to that. And I had no structure. I didn't have a life. And that was one of the biggest struggles. Not being able to do what I wanted to do, not being able to show up when I wanted to or make plans with my own friends or family because I didn't know when I was working because my schedule was so flip-floppy. And that's when I decided to set the goal of quitting my full-time job and become a coach full-time. I wanted to become this entrepreneur. I knew that Beachbody would be able to not only help me achieve that goal, but help so many other people that have that fire, that passion within them, that they want to help other people and have that freedom in their own life and start showing up that way. So that year that I went all in with this business, it was a few months later, and that's when I was able to retire from personal training and become a full-time coach. Now, I'm going to put this in here. Beachbody is not guaranteed any level of income. It's all up to the hard work, due diligence, and like effort that the coach puts in. Beachbody's income disclaimer here, but you have to know that the hard work that you put into this business, if you consistently show up for yourself and for your goals, if you continue to move forward and go all in with your journey, dude, the limit does not exist for what you can achieve in this business. And those are the women that I want to partner up with, the women who know within them that they are powerful, that they have something to share, that they know that they could rock this business. They have that confidence. They have that obsession with growth. They know there's something inside of them, passion and fire that wants to come out. And that's what I love so much about this business. We've been able to partner with so many incredible women who now have a new side hustle, have something that they do, something they look forward to after work. And it does take sacrifice, it does take hard work. But the most beautiful thing is it can change your entire life. You can love the person you see in the mirror. You can enjoy the exercise that you do. You get to partner up with incredible people who are your people. You get to surround yourself with people who are goal oriented, who want to see you rise, who want to see you actually win. And I think that's something that is so beautiful about this business, is the fact that everybody on our team wants you to be more successful. And that might be hard to comprehend for a second, but we want you to be more successful because that means I've taken the goals, the things that I've learned, the things that I've accomplished in this business, and I've made it 10 times easier for you to accomplish because I figured out how to get there. And now I'm going to show you an easier way how to make that happen. And you're going to push me to become a better leader. And I'm going to show up for you each and every day because I know you're showing up for your future self. You're showing up for those goals that you have, those dreams that you have. And that's what I love most about this business. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of this, right? Let's get into those frequently asked questions. Let's get into the things that you really want to know, right? So first and foremost, make sure you grab out your pen and your paper so you can write down the things that you want to know and you can ask us later as well. So number one, how much does it cost? Right? How much does it cost? So, what I want to share with you guys is we have a coaching fee every single month, and that coaching fee is $19 Canadian. And the crazy thing is this $19 covers access to all of your customer service. So Beachbody actually has their own customer and coach relations where they deal with all of the returns. They deal with all of the customer service side. So you don't have to. So if you have a customer who needs a return, you don't do any of that. You send it to Coach Relations and your $19 a month helps pay for that. There is a customer database where all of your customers are there, all of their orders are there. You get to see absolutely everything. And once again, in a normal brick and mortar business, this would cost you so freaking much that the fact that this is $19 is absolutely wild. So it's $19 plus your product each and every month. So whether you're like myself, who is addicted to my Energize and my Recover, as well as my Shakeology, it can be anywhere from $105 to $130 each and every month, depending on what you want to order and what feels best for you and what really fuels, once again, your own journey. So for myself, like I said, I love my Energize, my Recover, and my Shakeology. I get all of that. And as a coach, you also get 25% off all of our products, which is freaking amazing. So like I said, that's everything. And alongside of that is our reward system that we have. Beachbody has incredible rewards. And I don't know about you, but I am somebody that if you're like, hey, here is a jacket, here is sunglasses, here is a cooler, here is a bag, here is a trip, I'm like, okay, tell me exactly what to do and I will make it happen. And that's literally everything that you got to do. Show up for your goals and making sure that you are on one of our nutritional supplements and you're going to have access to these rewards when you achieve your goals, which I mean, like, hello, I'm game for that. Absolutely. The next thing is, how much do you make? So we kind of have two sort of areas of coaches. Number one is the hobby coach. And this is essentially a glorified challenger. This is somebody who is really just focused on their journey. They're focused on making sure that their health and fitness is going forward. And they're just really honestly focused on themselves. And like most hobbies cost money, right? Let me say that again. Hobbies cost money. But the other side is the business builder. This is somebody like myself, somebody who was ready to start their own journey, right? Start their own journey, fall in love with the products and start sharing their journey while helping others do the same. And I absolutely love the definition that Mel Robbins shared the other day that I was listening to about leadership. And there's two types of leadership. Number one is internal, and that is really leading yourself from point A to point B. Right? That's you being the proof the product works. That's you going all in on your journey. The external part of leadership, which embodies, I believe, this whole business, is once you lead yourself, you help others do the same. You help others get from point A to point B. Okay, deal. So what I freaking love about this business is you're earning 20 to 40% off everything you sell. And a lot of that in your first little bit of being a coach is your paycheck, which comes every single Thursday, is going to be more focused on the commission side of things, right? It's going to be focused more on the things that you're selling and helping your clients with and your friends with and your family with get started. You're going to be more on the commission side of things. And as you start growing the business, as you start building your own team and helping others help others, that's when you're going to be able to unlock what we call our bonuses. And Beachbody has so many different bonuses that you can start working for and building as your team starts going. So when I first started this business, my paycheck was really all commissions. I started out very much commission based for the first year of my business. And now, like 4 or 5 years later, my paycheck is about 90% of these bonuses and 10% commission. So as you start growing your business and your team, you're going to notice that commission goes into those bonuses, which is essentially that residual income that allows you that freedom and growth in this business, which I freaking love. Now, the best part, is this a pyramid scheme? If you know, right? Everybody always asks, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. And let's be honest, if you guys remember back at the start of my story, you remember hearing that I was in this like group of friends that were like, oh, Beachbody's a pyramid scheme. And I was like, yeah, even though I had no idea what a pyramid scheme is. I just thought it was like the cool word to say. So a pyramid scheme, you guys, is literally somebody taking money from you without any product or service like that goes back and forth. So that is not Beachbody whatsoever. We have actually won a ton of awards for how amazing our business structure is built. Because like I said, you do not, like, I have never once had a garage full of product. And my mom actually was a network marketer. I'm a network marketing baby. And she had her office filled with products that she had to purchase before she had to sell them to people. And Beachbody, the only products that you have in your house is for what you use. So the only products that I have in my house right now are my monthly Energize, my monthly Recover, and my monthly Shakeology, with a few other of my collagen, my digestive boost, all of those products. Everything is for me and I pay money for that. So Beachbody is not a pyramid scheme, and it wouldn't be a successful business the way it is, a publicly traded business, if anything like that was going on. The next part is, I often get asked, what about social media? And here's the thing. I remember when I first became a coach, I told you before, I was kind of at the worst shape of my life. I was depressed. I was full of anxiety. During university, I had gained over 50 pounds. And anytime somebody would tag me on a photo, I would race to my phone. I would race to my phone and untag myself. I would make sure that nobody would see that picture of me unless it was like pre-approved by me and edited exactly how I wanted it to be. And I just want to go hug my past self when I think of that. But what we really need to think of is, like, we often think like, oh, what would somebody think of me if I posted that? And when I think of my social media, when I think of my Instagram, when I think of my Facebook, before I even started this business, I had nobody on Instagram. I didn't even have an Instagram because I was so nervous about everything. And then that's when I started my Brittany Hilco Instagram. And I use social media now as my business tool, right? Instead of scrolling, right? Literally, I'm going to say there's a 99.999% chance the way you saw and are watching this video right now is because whether myself or somebody on our team connected with you through social media. And we use this as a business tool. I use this to connect with incredible women that inspire me, that I want to partner with, that I want to be friends with, people that I'm like, you are my tribe. And before, social media was such a negative space where I was just scrolling and looking, I wish I looked like this, and comparing and creeping on ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, and all those things, right? All of that baloney nonsense that we spend so much time doing, when in reality, we could just use social media as a business tool. It's a place that I want to help encourage and support people to live a healthy lifestyle. It's a positive place for me. I love social media. Number one, because that's where I run my business. But number two, that's where I get to help and support people on their journey by sharing and showing up in the best way that I can. And I get to connect with incredible people because of social media. So if you're nervous about starting your social media page or you're nervous about doing it, I'm like, dude, it is the 21st century. It is time for you to start showing up and know that every single person is doing something, is doing a side hustle, is building a business on social media now. And if you're not monetizing your social media in this day and age, you are freaking missing out. Why not show up on social media, sharing your health and fitness journey, which there's a good chance you already do, and now be able to connect with people and start showing up and building a business because of that? It's the best freaking thing. And you might be thinking, well, I don't know what to post. I don't know how to show up. I don't know what to do. Guys, this journey, this business is all about genuinely sharing who you are. I remember thinking, oh no, like what if somebody like creeps me on social media, they creep me on Instagram, and then they see me in person and I'm not the same person. Well, dude, that's a you thing. You want to make sure that you are showing up genuinely and authentic as who you are on social media is exactly who you are going to be when you meet somebody face to face, right? You want to share that light. You want to share that journey. The conversations that I have on Instagram and on my stories and on my posts, those are the same conversations that I have in the living room with my best friends. Those are the conversations that I have with people when I'm out and about. So your social media is genuinely and authentically sharing who you are and how you show up. And you get to brand that exactly how you want to, which I think is the most beautiful thing. And the creative side of that is so freaking beautiful. The next question is time. How much time do we put on this? Because like you were probably like 2016 Brittany, where you had no time, you had so many things on your plate. How on earth were you going to add coaching to this? How are you going to add this new business venture onto it? And like I said, you can make this a hobby or you can make this a business. But what I really encourage you to do is do a time audit. Do a time audit. Grab one of those 24-hour planners off of like literally Google. And I want you to write down for the next 7 days, going and writing out your actual day today. Maybe it is actually waking up at 5 a.m. because you get to work this side hustle. You get to get your workout in. You get to work this business and move things forward before you go to your day job, right? Maybe it's working in pockets of time, right? You have an hour or two or a lunch hour that you could actually be working this business in to get you closer to your goals, to get you closer to your dreams, to help you move forward. And I used to work this business when I was a personal trainer and finishing my degree. I would work it in pockets of time. I would work this in between clients. I would work this during my lunch hour while I was driving to the gym. I was listening to personal development. I was listening to the calls when I get ready in the morning and doing my hair and my makeup and I'm in the shower. I'm listening to our team calls. I'm listening to business things that are going to help me show up as my best self and be productive in my day. So it's all finding those pockets of time. And when I look back at it, like, yeah, the sacrifices that I made of not watching The Bachelor and not watching like the latest show, like watching Real Housewives of Orange County, which is like my absolute, like my favorite thing ever is the Real Housewives and the Kardashians. I took years of sacrifice of not watching that show to get me to where I am now, to get me into working this business as a full-time leader, working this business now that I have the freedom that, yes, I get to go and watch those shows now. But while I was building this business to get where I am today, I made those sacrifices because I knew my future self would thank me for it. And that's exactly what I'm still doing today. The person and the woman and the leader, the businesswoman that I want to be 5 years from now, you bet your butt that I am sacrificing things right now so I can be that leader, that I can be that woman, that I'm chasing that. And never, ever, ever have I regretted working this business to move myself forward, sacrificing that time. So it's all, once again, being honest with yourself. How much time are you actually spending on your cell phone, just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and liking posts and mindlessly there, when you could be moving and working this business, that you could be spending 30 minutes here and 30 minutes in the afternoon and 30 minutes at night before you go to bed working this business to get you closer to that financial freedom goal that you have. So the next part, how do we start? How do we get started? How do we join Girly Gains Nation? How do we be a part of this 2-time elite team as we run towards all of our elite goals and become successful in coaching? So number one, it's time for you to go all in with your journey. It's time for you to draw your line in the sand. It's time for you to start showing up as that person that you want to be. Go all in and share your journey on social media. We have mentorship pods and a new coach call that happens each and every month for you to make sure that not only are you getting one-on-one training, but you're surrounded with incredible new women who are joining our team each and every month in the same spot as you. Honestly, it's just like a new group of best friends who are doing the same thing as you. So if you're a little nervous, they're probably a little nervous too, and we can work towards that together. So we have, number one, go all in with your journey, start showing up. We'll get you started and making sure that the program that you're doing is best fits your goals and how you can show up. Then we're going to get you into our latest mentorship group that is going to be kicking off at the start of the next month. And we'll make sure that this really aligns and goes all in with your life. So I am honestly so excited for you. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, your questions, and more importantly, I am so excited to welcome you to our team and see you on our new mentorship call starting soon. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you take some time and reach back out to me. And I can't wait to see you shine, girl.